currently 10:52 in the morning. The entity is engaging in ongoing amplification of plane and helicopter activity. And remember, that's the criminal element of audible activity and relevant positioning and maintenance of presence in the path, doing so in the ways that you are witnessing. That's the P.O.C. And that is exactly what it's calling for with regard to policy. You're looking at criminal presence in the same way that you're looking at Jung Pak and 1814 while the entity is flying over me by helicopter. This is the pattern of conduct that's underway. Amplification of helicopter activity, crossing path, and these are group stalkers that are under a light source, which is not possibly the sun, maintaining presence directly over my head. How do you know that the entity is group stalking besides the fact that the entity flew in circles for 47 minutes in front of my apartment, besides the fact that the entity is tracking my steps as I walk around on the property, besides the fact that the entity has been engaged in what is stalking, that is pursuing in helicopters everywhere that I go? It is the specific environment that's over my head. It is currently 10:53 a.m. when you're looking at the use of what are underage third-party group stalkers acting in concert with the state. And what I want to remind you of is the specific environment that is nowhere near Los Angeles. To the contrary, I'm capturing what is the same entity that is group stalking while the entity is engaging what is the same pattern of rising and setting the light source directly over me at an entirely different location. This is the state that is group stalking at 2301 South Euclid Avenue. While you're looking at the entity that is maintaining a light source directly over me, while you're engaging in the criminal elements of monitoring, this is activity creation, light sources over me at building 1810 North Alvarado Street. Hi. And this is the pattern of conduct that is underway that I'm showing you during the same time of year, April in 2021. This is the state group stalking using fire trucks, using the sheriff's department, and using the ambulances. These are demons in the position of the government that are engaging in the state's pattern of conduct, and the light source is hovering above me. It's 10:46 in the morning. You're looking at LAPD group stalking via the people of the state that include minor children. This is what you saw Maria Mercado engaging in, while the so-called sunrise was through the living room window. By the way, that was at 7 o'clock. We're nearing 11 o'clock. This is the same property, speaking to what is the stagnated, maintained presence of the unnatural environment as though the sun is remaining over one address for the duration of the day. You're looking at what are psychopaths that are openly engaging in what are serious federal offenses through and in concert with children. Again, the abundances are engaging in what is demonic. Okay, that's abuse of those minor children as well while she's doing that, and she's doing it on camera. She's also engaged in federal stalking. She's also within the criminal system of what is having and maintaining unlawfully in possession of and witnessing, having knowledge of private information of federal housing applicants and recipients while engaged in federal stalking with the state. This is the government engaging in monitoring me at 2301 South Euclid Avenue. And this is the light source that's directly over my hotel room at 10:46 in the morning during the same time of year. It is currently 10:55 in the morning right now. This is April 6, 2021. This is relevant to the same time of year. We're during the exact same time. It's 10:46 in the morning. The entity is group stalking by LAPD. The reason why I walked outside because the entity is sounding amplified helicopter activity that is engaging in the element of what is audible activity creation while you are maintaining the light source directly over the target individual. This is how you are identifying what are psychopaths that are engaging in all manner of methods of activity creation, stalking you by using their children. That's called group stalking using children. That's abuse of a federal nature. When it's occurring while the targeted individual is inside of their private space, it's engagement in the federal sex offense in concert with children. In the same way you're going to prosecute every other sex offense, you like to engage in sexual violence with your kids are going to be removed from your custody. The entity is engaging in this conduct while they're stalking by helicopter in relevant position. And you see the light source that's directly over me. This light source is not over the hotel room that is facing the 60 West Freeway at 2301 South Euclid Avenue in Ontario, California at the same time. This is the pattern of conduct.
They're all just floating in relevant position. This is the Sheriff's Department. This is the state by AMR. This is the state by Ontario Fire Department.
And I want you to pay attention. First of all, that fireman, he's waving hi to me when ordinarily when I'm up, if somebody that's above you, they have a common ability to pay so much attention to me, and they notice me when I'm not even talking to them. I'm not yelling. I happen to be on the second floor, and I could be doing FaceTime, but the entity is engaged while I could be doing anything, but the entity is focused on you. You're also paying, not only does it say hi, pay attention while this demon is walking in the engineered light. The light source is above my head. There is no sunlight that's going to move across the ground while you are opening and closing your door. This is what you saw the demons, Tiffany Sherez engaging in, what you saw the demons of Center for Better Life, LA County, which you saw the demons of universal waste engaging in, which is a well-documented pattern of conduct. This is the outward demonstration of demon possession in the specific environment where you are recognizing the targeting conduct through what is joint presence in an unnatural environment, which you are paying attention to the light activity. Demons whose condition is revealed through this ongoing pattern in this environment that are maintaining joint presence all around the targeted individual.
That is a psychopath, a sex offender, and a demon-possessed group stalker.
You're looking at the light activity that's moving across the ground. Right? So let's look at that again. I need you to look at that.
That is a psychopath.
Oh, wait, hold on. The label's in the way.
That is a psychopath, a sex
on the ground,
and a demon-possessed group stalker. They're monitoring.
All right, that's a method of light activity, okay? And that's a state actor engaging in what is impossible light activity. That's what demons are doing, who are stalking you in the path, and the light source is remaining directly over my head at 10:46 in the morning. This is let me be clear, this is a very restricted ability to see the sky space. This hotel in particular faces the freeway. I can't see the opposite side of any other sky space. It's very restricted. It's only facing one direction. This is very exclusive with regard to what the entity is doing while I am remaining here at what is Alvarado Gardens, and you're looking at group stalking in concert with minor children. That's what Clarissa Abundis is engaging in, and she's going to federal prison. And this is documentation of what shall be recognized as sexual violence by the entity as what is abuse of a federal nature in concert with minor children, making them group stalkers, making them sex offenders, making them terrorists while they're monitoring, engaging in the state's very highly malicious and mentally deranged criminal system, and also teaching them what are the psychotic methods of targeting someone else, and then engaging in conduct as though it's a normal, everyday, this is what we do as a family. That's entirely damaging and very disturbing. And this is what the secret society is doing as a people while they're engaging in what is a matter of public corruption. There's no sun that's going to be aimed over my head. There's no sun that's going to create any sunlight through my living room window. There's no sun that's going to remain on the property as a matter of documentation at the same property where the sunset is documented. Because it's an ongoing, consistent body of evidence. The sunset is also present here inside of my apartment. My apartment window, as I documented what was yesterday. This is the maintenance of a very specific environment. Give me 1 second while you are looking at the P.O.C. Let's see, 2024. That was yesterday. Oh, unless I deleted it. I think I might have deleted the sunset. I have it on the Google Drive, but nonetheless, I'm going to capture what is the light source. I have the still images of it. The light source is outside of my bedroom window yesterday evening. This is relevant to this is the sunrise. Just so that you can see. This is the sunset outside of the bedroom of the same. And just to be clear, this was yesterday at 6:25 in the evening. This is the bedroom window where the so-called sun remains present, visible through the same apartment where I showed you what is the sunset. This is the same property where I'm documenting the LAPD group stalking, and the entity is maintaining engineered light all over the property. This is serving for massive surveillance. This is light that's still covering the hillside. This is the hillside where the documented sunrise is occurring. This light source right now is over my head, and this is the same hillside. There's no provision for the sun to be over my hotel room, as I documented during the same time of year at 10:46 in the morning, while it's maintaining its zenith presence directly over my head in Ontario, California at 2301 South Euclid Avenue, where the state is documented engaging in group stalking.
This is P.O.C. They're all just floating in relevant position. This is the Sheriff's Department. This is the state by AMR. This is the state by Ontario Fire Department. That is a psychopath, a sex offender, and a demon-possessed group stalker. They're monitoring. This is P.O.C. All right? And they are present acting with the third parties. Understand?
I want you to pay attention to the impossible light activity on the ground. You see this light activity creating the shadow of the gate. It's that gate is laying flat on the ground. Light activity appearing underneath the covered structure, while the light source is hovering directly above. That's impossible light. That's going to be all shaded. This is the method of stalking with light, touching objects with the engineered light while the light source is hovering above my head. That's also impossible light activity while you're looking at the light source that's hovering directly over me, while demons such as Clarissa Abundis are stalking with her children, which is going to be the ongoing substance of the evidence used to take those children from her custody, whom she is a threat to and whom she is threatening the life of another in concert with those children. That is unprecedented grounds of losing custody of your children. And this is what the entity is doing on an ongoing basis. This is, again, moments earlier, 10:37 in the morning. The light source remains here at the same property where I'm capturing it. It is nowhere near what is 2301 South Euclid Avenue at 10:46 in the morning. That's the specific environment, not the natural environment. In the specific environment, demonic and criminal group stalking underway by a corrupt government. It's a matter of public corruption. This is the state acting directly. American Medical Response, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, who are also group stalking in the facilities where this entity that was group stalking me was monitoring also inside of the facilities. They're demons. Every single last deputy. I literally sat in those facilities where they were kidnapping me and then taking me to the courthouse where they're also monitoring, engaging in what is kidnapping me and exercising fictitious authority. And the entity is engaging in what is group stalking by the courts, by the sheriff, by the police, in concert with the people of the state. There's no sun that's over this address while it's remaining here at Alvarado Gardens. This is where LAPD is group stalking with the people.
They are present acting with the third parties. Understand, they've been loitering for the entire time. As I get out and get video, they're creating audible activity and creating light activity by moving.
So the significance of what you're seeing now, as I go out and start capturing video, what I'm pointing out is the fact that even they're moving their vehicles, which they were not doing prior to my capturing video. They remain for a prolonged period. As soon as I go out and I start capturing video, it's not them departing from or ceasing to engage in monitoring. Their movement of the vehicle is ongoing monitoring. They're moving under the engineered light. The light source is over my head. That's how you're recognizing targeting by the state, not by the psychopaths. Very mentally disturbing. This is revealing the psychopath. They are the pattern of conduct is such that the demon possessed are highly malicious. Oh, you're only identifying targeting if I'm targeting you through my behavior, if I'm talking to you, if I'm clearly chasing you. No. The demon possessed are targeting you, and you're going to recognize it through the unnatural environment, through the terrorizing pursuit of an unnatural environment at all times of the day and night. All of those in relevant position, all of those, in other words, that are surrounding you, they are targeting you in a very highly malicious way. So I want you to picture in your mind, if you can close your eyes for a second, and I want you to picture what is closing your eyes, and I want you to picture what is standing in the midst of a group. This group is keeping their backs to you. They're in a circle all around you, but they're all keeping their backs to you. So you're standing in the middle of a group. None of them are looking at you. They all have their backs to you, but they are all surrounding you in a circle. All right. That's what the demon possessed are doing. You can include the light source directly over the head of the target individual, and the demon possessed are stalking you in this manner while they keep their back to you. And keeping your back to you, I'm just speaking that in terms of this is the passive aggressive stalker. They are in every way stalking you, surrounding you, and that's why they're standing in a circle around you, but they've got their backs to you while they're standing in a circle all around you. And the ongoing environment is what is also ongoing corroborating evidence of what is unmistakable stalking. Because you are surrounding me and keeping your back to me, it is no less surrounding me. This is the experience of the ordinary target individual that does not have the evidence of the P.O.C. It is entirely terrorizing for freak stalkers to surround you in a circle, surround you. This is essentially what the entity is doing. They're standing all around you and they're keeping their back to you while the entity is acting in contact. And while those demons are manning you in the path, surrounding you in a circle, keeping their back to you, and you're surrounded, like, why are they surrounding me? And okay, they're clearly surrounding me, but they're talking to each other like they're not even paying attention to me, but they're all surrounding you, and they're also doing it in the unnatural environment. That's how the demon possessed are engaging on what are both obsessive stalking and psychological torture, where the outward behavior is supposed to contradict what is the criminal pattern of conduct of clearly stalking. Okay, that is serving for the federal prosecution of the state of California. That's the practice of demonic activity, which is specifically designed to torment the ordinary targeted individual. I want to document engaging in criminal monitoring. That is Nova Contractors, Inc., third party, Universal Waste Systems Incorporated, third party, Center for Better Life. Third party, and Speaker Companies is continuously group stalking every contract that they have with these companies, every person that lives at the property, every person visiting the property, every person coming onto the grounds, including the state that's flying up and all around the property, is engaging in this criminal system. And it is on the watch of Todd Speaker, who's going to be civilly and criminally prosecuted while the state's criminal pattern of conduct is underway in the workplace. All right, it is currently 11:07 a.m. This is P.O.C.